everyone, and welcome to another video. Now, you currently find me, the River Trent is down there, that's the Trent and Mersey Canal, and I'm on the track bed of the former Derby to Ashby Zouch Railway. So there's a fine example of a bridge going over the old line. And we're not walking the line as such, but we're in search of a little relic or two. Now this used to be used in the Second World War as a military railway as well, at the, on the side there, and we'll get back to that in a moment because look what we've found. So there's an old point section laid here, and that didn't take long, did it? So is that left there as a bit of a a monument to the line, or has it just basically been left there? That's fantastic. Okay, what are we looking for today? Well, I can give you an indication of where it is looking at railmapsonline.com, and also thanks for James for telling me about this one. So the red and yellow line, that is the Castle Donington Railway that's running from left to right, the village of Stenton towards the left and Willington, and taking it to the right would head off towards Sawley, Long Eaton and later Towton and Nottingham. The other line, that's the yellow one, coming from top to bottom. Now that is the former Melbourne line, and it came from Derby and it headed off towards Ashby Zouch and also Coalville. Now where I am, I'm between Chellaston East Junction and where it says Quarry right in the centre of the picture, and I've just come from Sarson's Bridge. I've just previously walked the Trent and Mersey Canal from Sawley, and I've jumped up here at Sarson's Bridge to have a look for this elusive engine shed that's lost in the woods, and it's been abandoned for a very, very, very long time. It's pretty much going to be like a jungle in there, but let's get in there and we'll try and find it. If we were to go the other way though, if we cross the River Trent, past Sarson's Bridge, over the viaduct, we'd end up at a location known as Kings Newton, and there used to be some military training sidings. Now on this occasion I didn't have time to go and look at this, but in the near future I will be going back to the Trent and Mersey Canal to carry on that journey, and when I go to this point, which will be the starting point, I will go and have a look at the military training sidings and see if we can find anything else at all that may or may not remain. Right, at this point we're going to veer off and go through these woods. It's a little bit of a rough pathway been made, so let's see if we can find anything. So as I was saying, it was used as a military railway for practicing of demolition and rebuilding of bridges and other structures for the railway back during the Second World War. So there's quite a bit of alternate history associated with this line. And I believe some of this land that was walking on now was actually land that was used for those purposes. I'm pretty sure I can see something. Some sort of brick structure. I don't think the camera will pick it up until we actually get there. So look at this. There's an old fireplace here, look. Look at that. So some kind of hut. So there's another wall and some sort of window, or some kind of opening there, and then the brick lined, so that wall's gone. But yeah, look at that, it's the other side of the fireplace. Extraordinary. Okay, that's pretty. Let's have a look this side. So it looks like this actually, if I can get around, there's a chimney. So the other side of that wall, so there's that opening just there when it was on the inside, but look, we've got a nice little chimney. So let's have a wander around the other side, and there we go, look. Wow, look at that. If you can hear a train, that's because the Stenson Junction to Trent Junction line is probably about 200 feet away from me. Not sure I can really get in there, but we'll have a go. I mean, this has probably not been disturbed for a long time. Look at that. It's brilliant. That is brilliant. So just through there's a fence there. That's the perimeter of the railway, which is just above, behind those bushes. So that's a brilliant find. Right, I'm going to leave that behind because I'm hoping we've got something else to find as well. I can't see there just being one thing. This is unbelievable. We're inside the remains of an engine shed. Just look at these old perimeter buildings and the window frames. Get a bit closer. Look at that. This is so haunting. Right, so that's the outside wall. So we'll have a look at that before we go. So I've just come through there. So let's go back. And you just look at the size of these trees and look at that window. That window's just been left. That window's just been left open. Just been scared to death by a bird then. So I've just come from there. We got this little building here, and I'm going to be careful because we don't know what's on the floor, but I have got pretty good shoes on. It looks like an old, if you just make it out, there's a little light just there. Quite worrying. There's a piece of rope hanging off there too. So there's the light just there, look. And the old windows. And coming out of there, we've got a pit. We've got a little bit of rail still. Look at that. So clearly that was where the buffers were. There's the pit going along there. So into the next room. Must have been a workshop of some kind again. Still got the old light fitting just there. Looks like it's an asbestos roof as well, so we don't really want to be in here too long. Okay, I mean, look how high the roof is. There's not much left of it, but it must have had some battering over the years from wind and rain. And there we are at the pit again. Wow, look at it. So there's the next bit. Now that's very low, very dark, whether it was used for some sort of storage, maybe coal, unsure. Doesn't really go very far, so the wall on the left, around that corner, and then there's another wall. And then there's a wall there, which would also lead on to another one exactly the same. And the pit's still there. Right, it looks like we've been met by a bit of a tree, so I think we'll go back the way we came and walk around the other side. So on the other side there's a pit, so it's clearly double track wide. We just make out the railhead again, just there. There is one on the other side as well, I can just make out. So let's take a wander down and we'll pick up the building where we're just blocked off by that tree. Right, so there it is from the opposite end. I'm gonna climb over this way. There's the other end of the first pit we was looking at. Can't actually see any rail this end, so obviously it's all been lifted up apart from that, those little stubs at the other end where the buffers are. So there's some kind of old electrical gear down there, some sockets of some sort. So here's that tree that we got stuck at. Turns out there wasn't really anything here apart from this like steel or iron frame between the two walls. So it must have been used for something. There's a reason it was like that. The old pipe coming down there as well, possibly for water. I'm not really sure what's on that side. There's a couple of ventilation holes there, but not really any way in unless there's something on the other side. Oh, there's a doorway. There we go. It's like the remains of an old sleeper down there. So there's another little room here. And the two ventilation holes are on the side there, but we can't really see them. And here we are, around the opposite side and back under. A note there, I think there were possibly some sort of smoke deflectors, one there, one there, one there, and then the same on the opposite side, so 6 of them, so possibly for steam locomotives and their smoke. Right, so quite clearly, if the railway line is behind us going like that between Long Eaton and not Derby, Willington, Stenson Junction, and the buffer stops, as we know, were just there, so the line had to go out that way and join onto the former Melbourne line between Derby and Ashby, so you know where we started at the beginning of this video. I wonder if this framework here for electrical wiring is where that stuff in the pit came from, that electrical sockets and equipment in there. And I can't even show you what it's like from above with a drone because it is literally in a deep jungly wooded area. It's crazy. Right, so I suppose it's time to move on. It looks like it may be about to rain shortly. So this is the site, what we're on, of the old, it's had many uses. So there was the Chellaston Quarry. It was used as by the military during the Second World War. I believe also it was used as a wagon repair depot, and later on in the 60s, the land around, there was numerous sidings. It was used for dumping redundant steam locomotives. So that's really like a fascinating story behind the place. It's amazing how much nature's taken over, but then it always does. Now I've just got to try and find my way out of here now. Oh, I've just put my head in the most cobweb. Right, so yeah, that's what we do to bring you these videos. So I'm going to make my way back to the former track bed now of the Derby Ashby Zouch line, and I'm gonna head on home. So, well, actually, as long as I can actually find my way out of here, that is. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been an extraordinary find. And look, this is what I was telling you. I'm just surrounded by trees. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, thumbs up, subscribe, comment below. Thank you very much for taking your time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, see you soon, bye bye.